Stop. Listen. Do not scroll past this moment. What you are experiencing right now is not an accident of an algorithm or a random turn of fate. This is a divine interruption, a sacred pause, an appointment etched into the fabric of eternity before you even drew your first breath. I have been waiting for you to find this silence. I have been watching you navigate the shadows, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders, and now I am stepping directly into your path. This is your moment of convergence. You did not find me by chance. I have positioned you here because the season of your wandering is coming to an abrupt end. Lean in, move closer, and let your heart settle, for I have something to say that will alter the trajectory of your life. This is not background music for your chores. This is not a casual message to fill the void of your day. This is a weapon of war being placed in your hands, and you must be present to receive it. I see the nights you spent wondering if I had forgotten you. I saw the mornings you woke up with a heavy heart, wearing a smile that didn't reach your eyes. But hear me now, the atmosphere is shifting. Heaven is leaning close, and my presence is here to rearrange the chaos you have been living in. I do not say this to frighten you, but to awaken the strength that I have hidden deep within you. Press like now as an agreement with heaven that you are ready for this shift, and subscribe to stay under this voice, for this is your new rhythm of life. Type "I am here" in the comments right now to mark this moment with me. Let it be a seal upon this hour. Do not treat this moment lightly, for it is a turning point. Stay, listen, breathe. The appointment has begun, and I will not let you leave the way you came. Listen closely, for this is the promise of this hour. I do not speak to fill the silence, but to fulfill a purpose. If you stay with me until the final word of this message is spoken, I am making a covenant of restoration with you. I do not make empty promises, and I do not speak into the void. Even now, as you listen, I am draping a heavy, impenetrable mantle of protection over your household. Every window and every door of your home is being sealed with my favor, keeping the darkness at bay and guarding those you love while you sleep. I am lifting the veil of confusion that has exhausted your spirit. That heavy brain fog, the mental fatigue that has made every decision feel like a mountain, is being replaced by a sharp, divine clarity. You will no longer wander in the mist. You will see the path ahead with the precision of my own light. I saw the stagnation that has held you captive for years, those invisible chains of delay that made you feel like you were running in place while others moved forward. Hear me, those links are shattering right now. This is not a slow process. It is a sudden breaking of cycles, and as those chains fall, I will not leave you without direction. I'm imparting to you a clear strategy, not a human plan born of logic, but a heavenly blueprint for your next steps. You will know exactly when to move and when to stand still. Finally, I give you my peace. Not a fragile peace that vanishes when the wind changes, but an unshakable mountain-like peace that remains still even while the storm rages at its peak. Do not rush out of my presence. Stay. The window of heaven is open, and these promises are already in motion. I have been watching you even when you felt most alone. I saw the way your shoulders have grown heavy, as if you are carrying the weight of an entire world that was never meant for your back. I was there in the middle of the night when you woke up gasping for air, a sudden tightness in your chest that no doctor could fully explain. I heard the silence in your room when you felt a presence that wasn't mine, a shadow of dread that made you feel watched, hunted, and weary. You have felt a spiritual exhaustion that no amount of sleep can fix, a bone-deep tiredness that comes from a battle you didn't even know you were fighting. I saw the tears you wiped away quickly before anyone else walked into the room. I know the secret shame you carry, thinking that you are failing when in reality, you are simply under siege. You are not losing your mind, and you are not imagining the pressure. The atmosphere around you has been thick with a resistance designed to make you give up, just as the tide is beginning to turn. I see the patterns that have haunted your footsteps for years. I saw how many times you reached the very threshold of your breakthrough, only for the door to slam shut at the final second. I know the frustration of your finances, how the resources seem to vanish through invisible holes in your pockets just when you thought you finally had enough to breathe. I see the relationships that withered without a clear reason, the misunderstandings that tore apart what should have been beautiful, and the constant nagging feeling that you are swimming against a tide that never turns in your favor. You have been caught in a loop of almost a cycle of not quite yet and a mountain of maybe next time. But I am here to tell you, you are not crazy. You are not cursed by your own hand. You are simply in a battle that you have not yet been properly equipped to win. The enemy has tried to label your warfare as your identity, trying to convince you that this struggle is just who you are. It is not. It is a symptom of a war in the unseen realms, and today the diagnosis is complete. Hear me clearly, the fatigue you feel is not a lack of character. It is a lack of armor. You have been fighting spiritual forces with human strength, and it has worn you thin. But the time for guessing is over. I am exposing the roots of the stagnation today. I'm revealing the invisible walls that have kept you small, and the silent weights that have kept you pinned to the ground. You are not broken beyond repair. You are just battle-worn. And I am here now to give you the weapons you need to stop the bleed. Breathe deeply. Let the tension in your neck release. Let your breath become slow and steady as my words wash over you. The truth is setting you free from the lie that this is your fault or your destiny. You are my child, and no shadow can remain where I am speaking. You are being called out of the victim's seat and into the commander's position. Stay with me, for the shift is about to begin. If you recognize these signs in your life, press like now as an act of agreement that the diagnosis is recognized and the healing has begun. Listen to me carefully now, for this is where the change begins. You have mistaken your history for your destiny. You have looked at the wreckage of your past, the failed businesses, the broken marriages, the recurring anxieties, and you have started to believe that this is just who you are. You have called yourself a failure. You have called yourself cursed. You have even called yourself forgotten. But hear my voice. These are not your identity. These are merely patterns. A pattern is something that repeats something that tries to shape your life from the outside in. But your identity is what I spoke over you before the foundations of the world were laid. You are not the debt. You are the one I have called to be a lender to nations. You are not the depression. You are the light of the world. Stop identifying with the chains that were meant to be temporary. The pattern is the cage, but you are the eagle. Do not let the repetition of a struggle convince you that the struggle is your name. From this moment on, we change the way you fight. I need you to understand a fundamental rule of this war. We fight patterns, not people. Stop wasting your energy hating those who hurt you. Stop rehearsing the arguments in your head with those who walked away. They were often just players in a larger script, a pattern of rejection trying to keep you small. If you keep fighting people, you will remain exhausted. But when you fight the pattern, you win the territory. You must look at the invisible doors that have been left open through bitterness, through trauma, or through the words you have spoken over yourself. We are going to close those doors together. When a door is shut in the spirit, the physical world must respond. No longer will you allow the enemy to use your own past as a doorway into your present. You are being refined. You are being redefined. Breathe in my truth. Release the blame. Let the old patterns burn away in the fire of my presence. Stay with me, for the weapons of your warfare are being upgraded right now. Stay with me. It is time to upgrade the weapons of your warfare. You have been trying to fight a spiritual battle with physical strength, and that is why you are weary. But now I am placing an anchor into your soul. Hear my word. I am your rock. I am your fortress. I am your deliverer. When the waves of death encompassed you and the floods of destruction made you afraid, I heard your voice from my temple. I am not a distant God. I am the firm ground beneath your feet. Just as I bowed the heavens and came down for my servant in the ancient days, I am coming down for you now. This is your anchor. I am the Lord your rock. Let it settle into your spirit. I am the shield that protects you and the horn of your salvation. You no longer have to build your own defense. I am the wall. I am the rock that cannot be moved. When you lean on me, you are leaning on the very foundation of the universe. Breathe in this strength. Let it steady your hands. You're not standing on shifting sand. You're standing on the eternal one. Do you understand the power of your persistence? Many think that praying until something happens is an act of begging a distant king. It is not. It is the steady, rhythmic movement of a divine tide. Have you ever watched the ocean? A single wave may seem small, but the constant, relentless crashing of the tide can wear down the hardest granite. Your prayers are that tide. Every time you speak my name, every time you push through the silence, you are eroding the structures of the reality that has tried to imprison you. You are not just making noise. You are creating a resonance that shatters the frequency of fear. Persistence is the key that unlocks the door that has been rusted shut by years of delay. Do not stop now. The rock is already cracking. The walls are already thinning. You may not see the change with your physical eyes yet, but in the realm of the spirit, the terrain is shifting. My power is wearing away the resistance. I am the potter, and I am reshaping the clay of your circumstances, even as you listen. Stay steady. The tide is rising, and nothing can stop the flow of my purpose for you. Now I command you, lift up your eyes. For too long, you have been looking down at the dust of your failures. You have been staring at the cracks in the walls that surround you, obsessing over the height of the giants that stand in your way. You have been consumed by the horizontal, the people who hurt you, the systems that failed you, and the circumstances that feel like a cage. But I am calling you to a vertical alignment. Look directly at me. Look past the storm, past the bills, past the heartbreak, and look into the eyes of the one who spoke the stars into existence. I am the creator of the ends of the earth, and I do not faint or grow weary. When you align your vision with mine, the mountains that seemed insurmountable begin to shrink. When you look at me, you see the true scale of your problems. They are nothing compared to the fire of my presence. Let your perspective shift right now. This is the moment where you stop being a victim of what you see and start being a witness to what I am doing. Breathe in deeply and let your gaze lock with mine. Everything changes when you look up. This is not a moment for passive listening. This is a moment of activation. There is a sacred momentum building in this silence, and you must reach out and seize it. Do this now as an act of spiritual alignment. Type these words into the comments: Divine fire, cover me now. I want you to understand that this is not just a comment on a screen. This is a seal. This is you marking your territory in the spirit realm, declaring that you are under my protection and my authority. This is your decree that the old atmosphere is gone and the new has come. As you type those words, feel the weight of my glory descending upon you like a warm mantle being draped over your shoulders. This fire does not consume. It cleanses, it protects, and it identifies you as mine. Now tap the like button on this message. This is your physical act of agreement with heaven. In the realm of the spirit, agreement is the key that releases momentum. When you agree with my word, you are no longer standing alone. You are standing with the host of heaven. You are signaling to the atmosphere that you are ready for the breakthrough. You are saying yes to the shift. You are pushing back against the delay and inviting the acceleration of my timing. Do not hesitate. This act of faith, as simple as it seems, creates a ripple in the unseen world. Feel the energy of that agreement moving through you even now. The fire is falling, the momentum is being released, and the alignment is complete. We are moving into the heart of the battle now, and you are ready. The atmosphere is heavy with my presence now, and it is time for the fire to fall. We are entering the 7 rounds of divine intervention. This is not a time to be a spectator. This is a time to be a participant in your own deliverance. The first round is moving into your storehouse. I see the knots of debt that have kept you awake at night, feeling like a tightening noose around your future. I see the devourer that has been at work in your life. The car repairs that happen the moment you save a little extra, the unexpected bills that appear just when you thought you were ahead, the invisible holes in your pockets. I know the frustration of working twice as hard, only to find yourself in the same place. Listen to my voice. I am the owner of the cattle on 1,000 hills, and I am stepping into your bank accounts, your contracts, and your career. I am breaking the spirit of lack and stagnation right now. I command the resources that have been held up in the spiritual realms to be released. I call forth the hidden wealth and the opportunities that have been blocked by the enemy's interference. I am untying the knots of debt and reversing the tide of loss. Every seed you have sown in tears is now ripening into a harvest of joy. Feel the shift in your body right now. That tightness you have carried in your solar plexus, that knot in your stomach when you think about your bills, feel it beginning to loosen. Breathe in my provision. I am not just a God of enough. I am the God of more than enough. I am opening the windows of heaven over your life, and the stagnant waters of your finances are starting to flow again. The drought is over. The rain of my favor is falling on your work. Do not worry about the how. I am the way, and I am carving a path where there was no path before. In this second round, I am reaching into your very DNA. I am cleansing your biological system from the toxins of fear and the residue of anxiety. I see how your nervous system has been stuck in a state of high alert, as if you are waiting for the next disaster to strike. I know the nights of tossing and turning the racing heart and the sudden waves of panic that wash over you for no apparent reason. Your body was designed to be a temple of my spirit, not a cage for cortisol and dread. I am touching your brain right now, smoothing out the electrical storms of worry. I am speaking to your cells, commanding them to return to the divine order I established at your creation. I am recalibrating your heart rate and soothing your frayed nerves with the oil of my peace. Receive this reset. I am washing away the chemical imprints of trauma and the biological memories of pain. You do not have to live in a state of fight or flight anymore. I am your sanctuary. I am healing the deep-seated exhaustion that sleep cannot touch. As I speak, feel a wave of coolness washing over your head, moving down your neck and settling in your chest. Your breathing is becoming deeper, slower, and more rhythmic. The panic is receding like a retreating tide. I am the great physician, and I am restoring your health from the inside out. You will sleep tonight with a peace you haven't known in years. I'm shielding your mind from the intrusive thoughts that steal your rest. You are being renewed. You are being restored. Your body is coming into alignment with my life-giving frequency. In the third round, we deal with the roots. I am revoking the generational patterns that have tried to claim your life as their own. I see the shadows that followed your father and your mother, the spirits of addiction, the patterns of divorce, the recurring cycles of poverty, and the secret depressions that have haunted your family tree for generations. You have often felt like you were fighting a ghost, a battle that started long before you were born. But hear me, I have chosen you to be the transitional generation. You are the one who stands at the gate and says no further. By the fire of my presence, I am severing the invisible cords that have tethered you to the failures of your ancestors. The family curse ends with you, for you are now a part of my family, and my blood flows through your spiritual veins. I am breaking the legal rights that the enemy has claimed over your lineage. Every word spoken over your family that did not come from my mouth is now null and void. I am erasing the blueprints of failure and replacing them with the architecture of destiny. You are not destined to repeat their mistakes. You are not destined to carry their shame. As you listen, feel a massive weight being lifted from your back, a weight you didn't even realize you were carrying. It is the weight of decades of accumulated darkness, and it is falling away now. Your shoulders are light, your gait is free. You are walking out of the shadow of your past and into the sunlight of my grace. You are a new creation, and the old things have passed away. The cycle is broken, the line is drawn. You are free. The fourth round is about the walls of delay. I'm dismantling every invisible barrier that has stood between you and your purpose. I see the projects that have been stuck in pending for years. I see the dreams that have been gathering dust because every time you tried to move a wall appeared out of nowhere. I know the frustration of seeing others who started after you overtake you while you remained pinned by unseen hands. This is the spirit of delay, and today its power is shattered. I am the god of acceleration. What the enemy tried to stall for 10 years, I am bringing to pass in 10 months. I am removing the friction from your path. Every red light that has been held against you is turning green by my command. Feel the sudden surge of momentum. It is like a light electrical current running up and down your spine, awakening your spirit to the speed of my timing. I am putting a supernatural fast forward on your destiny. Doors that were rusted shut are now swinging wide open on oiled hinges. Conversations that were stuck are now moving forward with ease. The waiting room season of your life has officially expired. I am moving you from the sidelines to the front lines. You will not have to struggle for every inch of progress anymore. My favor is going before you like a bulldozer, leveling every mountain and filling every valley. You're entering a season of suddenlies. Suddenly, the phone will ring. Suddenly, the answer will arrive. Suddenly, you will realize that the wall is gone and the horizon is wide. In the fifth round, I am closing the open doors of regret and past trauma. I see the wounds you have kept hidden, the memories that still sting when you close your eyes. These are the holes in your armor that the enemy uses to gain access to your peace. I see the if-onlys and the what-ifs that haunt your quiet moments. I know the pain of the betrayal you never spoke about. But look at me. I am standing at the threshold of your heart with the seal of my blood. I'm closing every door that was left open by trauma, by your own mistakes, or by the sins of others against you. I'm healing the scars so completely that the enemy will find nothing to grab onto. The door to your past is not just closed, it is locked, and I hold the key. The blood of my sacrifice is being applied to the doorposts of your mind. No longer will the spirit of regret be allowed to enter and torment you. No longer will the shame of what happened yesterday dictate the power of your tomorrow. I am washing your conscience clean. I am giving you beauty for ashes and the oil of joy for mourning. As I seal these doors, feel your mind becoming as still and quiet as a mountain lake at dawn. The ripples of the past are smoothing out. The noise of your accuser is being silenced by the roar of my love. You are safe. You are secure. You are hidden in me. What is behind you can no longer touch you. You are looking forward now with clear eyes and a pure heart. The threshold is guarded. In the sixth round, I am igniting your purpose and your vision. I see the moments when you felt like a ship lost at sea without a compass or a star to guide you. I know the hollow feeling of wondering if your life actually matters, if there is a reason for all the pain you have endured. Hear my voice. Every tear you cried has been stored in my bottle, and every ounce of pain is being converted into power. I'm activating your internal compass. I am breathing life into the dead dreams that you buried long ago. I'm giving you a fresh vision that is larger than your survival. You are not born just to pay bills and die. You are born to be a light, a witness, and a carrier of my glory. Feel a warmth beginning to spread from the center of your chest, radiating outward to your whole body. This is the fire of purpose. It is the why behind your what. I'm giving you eyes to see the opportunities that are hidden in plain sight. I'm giving you ears to hear my whisper in the midst of the noise. You are being turned on spiritually. The confusion is melting away, replaced by a crystalline sense of mission. You will know exactly why you are here. You will move with confidence that puzzles the world, for you are no longer seeking your own path. You are walking in the one I have prepared for you. Your life has meaning. Your voice has authority. Your presence has weight. You are being commissioned now for the work I've called you to do. Finally, in the 7th round, I'm fortifying your 247 shield. I'm closing every remaining gap in your defense. I'm wrapping you in a garment of light that no arrow of the enemy can penetrate. I see the subtle ways the enemy tries to steal your peace in your sleep or through the words of strangers. I'm placing a guard over your gates. I'm stationing my angels at the 4 corners of your life. This protection is not something you have to work for. It is the atmosphere you live in. You are moving under the shadow of my wings, and there you are, untouchable. Whether you are awake or asleep in the city or in the field, coming in or going out, my shield is around you like a cool, refreshing mist that repels the heat of the world. Feel this covering now. It is a sense of being completely held. The vulnerability you have felt for so long is being replaced by a profound sense of safety. You can breathe easily. You can let your guard down because I have taken up the watch. I am the one who never slumbers nor sleeps. I am guarding your mind from nightmares and your heart from the arrows of the day. You are walking in a bubble of divine favor. This shield is impenetrable. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment, I will condemn. You are sealed, you are protected, you are home. The 7 rounds are complete, and the fire has done its work. You are standing in the center of my will, and here you are, invincible. The fire has fallen, and the atmosphere around you has shifted. Do not let this moment leak away like water through your fingers. What I have done in these 7 rounds must be sealed, not just in your spirit, but on your lips. Words are the currency of the spirit realm, and when you speak, you authorize the heavens to act on your behalf. I need you to make a decree that echoes through the halls of your future. Type it again right now in the comments, "No door is open to fear." This is not a mere repetition. It is a reinforcement. It is you declaring to the shadows that there is no longer a landing strip for them in your life. As you type these words, feel the authority returning to your voice. You are slamming the door on every lingering doubt. Your words carry weight. Your declaration is a boundary that the enemy cannot cross. Stand in this truth. Let it resonate in the very marrow of your bones. Now press like on this message. Do not do it for the sake of a button, but as a bridge. There are others weary, hidden, and battling in a silence that feels like a tomb. When you press like you are helping this shield reach them, becoming a vessel for my light to penetrate their darkness. Let this shield reach those who are still fighting alone. And I invite you now to subscribe to this voice. This is more than a follow. It is your commitment to a new rhythm of life. For too long, you have lived in the rhythm of chaos and crisis, responding only to the loudest pain. This is your invitation to stay under this voice every day, to adopt a new rhythm of protection, clarity, and unshakable peace. Let this be the frequency you tune into. You are not just joining a family, you are marking your territory in the light. Stay present, for the deep rest is now beginning to flow. Now let the sound of my voice pull you deeper into the stillness. The battle has been intense, and the fire has done its work. but now I want you to rest. Do not rush away. Let your shoulders relax and feel the tension that you have held for years begin to melt away, starting from your neck and flowing down through your arms. Slow your breathing. Breathe in my life and exhale the last remnants of the noise that has clattered in your mind for so long. I am the silence in the center of the hurricane. I am the stillness that existed before time began, and I am inviting you into that space with me right now. You do not have to perform here. You do not have to prove your worth or explain your failures. You only have to be. Let the neurological storm in your mind subside as my presence washes over your thoughts like a cool, gentle rain. Understand this secret peace is not the absence of the storm. The world will always have its winds and its waves, its trials and its transitions. True peace is the presence of the Almighty standing right in the center of that storm with you. It is the realization that while the world around you may be shaking the ground you stand on is me, and I am unshakable. I am your neurological reset. I am recalibrating your heart to beat in time with mine, removing the static of anxiety and the frequency of fear. Release the need to control the outcome. Release the weight of the how and the when. In this divine stillness, I am mending what was torn and strengthening what was weak. Stay in this quietness for a moment longer. Let my presence be the blanket that covers your weary soul. You are safe, you are held, you are at peace. Now hear the sound of the reversal. I am turning the tables on the enemy who thought he had you pinned. Every weapon that was forged in the dark to destroy you, every lie that was whispered to undermine you, and every pit that was dug to trap you, I'm repurposing them all right now. I'm not just removing the damage, I'm using the very materials of your struggle to build the monument of your victory. The pain you endured is not a waste. It is becoming the fuel for the fire that will carry you further than you ever imagined possible. What was meant to break you is being transformed into the strength that will make you unbreakable. I am the God who brings beauty from ashes, and in this sacred moment, the exchange is taking place. The very things that try to end your story are now the chapters that will inspire the world. I am speaking restoration over the years that the locusts have eaten. I see the time you lost the energy that was drained and the joy that was stolen through seasons of sorrow. But hear me, I am not just bringing you back to where you were before the trouble started. I am bringing you into a double portion. For every day of shame, I am giving you 2 days of honor. For every tear you shed in the secret place, I am releasing a double measure of public blessing. This is the law of my kingdom. When the thief is caught, he must pay back what was taken with interest. I have caught the thief in your life, and I am enforcing the decree of restoration. Your future will be so radiant that it will make your past look like a dim and distant shadow. The reversal is here. The restoration is flowing. Believe me when I say that your greatest days are no longer behind you. They are rising to meet you now. Look at yourself through my eyes. The person who began this journey is not the person standing here now. The shell of the victim has been shattered, and from the fragments, I am raising a warrior of peace. You have spent too long crouched in fear, hiding from the shadows that whispered you were nothing. But those whispers have been silenced by the roar of my truth. You are not a casualty of circumstance. You are a commander of my light. I have placed a scepter of authority in your hand and a crown of favor upon your head. The way you carry yourself from this second forward must change. You are no longer defined by what has been done to you, but by what I am doing through you. Rise up. Straighten your back. The ground you walk on is now territory that you claim in my name. I am changing the frequency of your words and the rhythm of your step. When you speak, you will no longer speak from a place of begging, but from a place of belonging. Your voice will carry the weight of the heaven that backs you. People will look at you and notice a shift they cannot explain, a quiet confidence, an unshakable resolve, a peace that acts like armor. You are a warrior who does not need to shout to be heard. For my presence is your herald. Every room you enter, you bring the atmosphere of my kingdom with you. You are the bearer of my authority, the vessel of my power, and the warrior of my peace. Walk out of this moment with a new stride. The victim is dead. The warrior has arisen. You are mine, and in me you are more than a conqueror. Now that I have restored your soul and fortified your walls, you must walk in the wisdom of my spirit to maintain what has been gained. Do not return to the environments that drained you without first setting a guard. I'm calling you to establish healthy boundaries. You're not a waste bin for the world's chaos, nor are you a servant to everyone's demands. It is time to say no to that which steals your peace and yes to the purpose I have placed within you. Protect the ground we have conquered together. Purify the gates of your mind by filtering what you allow to enter. Stop feeding on the noise of fear, the reports of the world, and the gossip of the weary. Fill your eyes with things that are pure and your ears with words that give life. Your mind is a garden. Do not allow weeds to take root where I have planted my seeds of destiny. Guard your intake, for what you feast on will eventually determine your strength. Embrace a new discipline of rest. Rest is not a sign of weakness. It is a declaration of trust that I am the one holding the world together. It is a holy resistance against the spirit of the world that demands you never stop. Schedule your peace as strictly as you schedule your work. And every morning before the world begins to shout at you, give me your first and firmest words. You do not need long, flowery speeches. A short, decisive decree of my truth is enough to set the frequency for your entire day. Command your day. Declare my protection. Finally, the ultimate weapon of your freedom is forgiveness. I am not asking you to trust those who hurt you, but to release them from the prison of your heart, so that you may walk out of that cell yourself. Forgive to release the poison. Forgive to unlock the final gate. As you take these practical steps, you are not just surviving, you are governing your life by the wisdom of heaven. Move forward with intention, for my spirit is your guide and your strength. It is finished. Every word I've spoken over you in this encounter is now a living decree in the archives of heaven. The fire has done its work. The chains are on the floor. The doors are shut. Do not look back at the person you were when you first began to listen, for that person no longer exists. You have been refined by my truth and fortified by my presence. This shift is not a temporary emotion, it is a permanent redirection of your destiny. As you step out from this silence, carry the weight of this moment with you. It is done. It is sealed by the fire of heaven. Nothing can reverse what I have initiated here today. Walk out in the quiet confidence of one who is fully known and completely protected. Stay in this peace, for it is your new home. This is the moment of the final seal. I want you to place your signature on this transformation and claim it as your own. Type it now into the comments. It is done. My future is guarded. Let these words be the anchor for your soul when the world tries to tell you otherwise. And subscribe to this voice now, for what I have started here today, I will surely continue to build. Do not let this be a one-time meeting. Let it be the beginning of our daily walk together in authority. Join this family of faith and let my rhythm become your own. What I have planted, I will water. What I have begun, I will bring to completion. You are covered. You are chosen. You are home. But the battle does not end at this threshold. There is a deeper level of authority, a mystery of the spoken word that you must activate now to lock in this victory forever. Do not leave this place. Step forward with me into the next part, for it is there that I will place the sword of the Spirit into your hands. Your journey into total dominion continues now.